Hello, and welcome to Talking Schmidt. I'm your host, Eric Schmidt.
Hello, I'm Greg Burmeister.
And as you may have noticed if you're watching this episode, it's just me and Greg today. I always love doing these episodes.
Yeah, we did. You know, no offense to any of our guests, but
Sure.
I like the ones with just us.
Yeah, because
It's fun.
I find our guests often to be distracting.
Exactly. We don't get to talk to each other.
Right. Yeah, they're distracting. Some of them, honestly, are not very good.
Yeah.
So this is nice because I know you're good.
Hey, and I likewise.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there's no risk here.
Sure.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a great episode. We're doing a short episode today, folks, though, because we're trying a new format for the video. We're trying like higher definition. So this is just kind of we're doing a test. We're doing a little test here, and we didn't want to do a giant episode in HD. So we're just doing a little short one to test the HD.
It will be very nice. You'll see us in 4,000 pixels.
Yeah, I'm excited. I might decide I don't like that. I might decide very quickly not to do this.
See every blemish on our face, our summer leather skin.
Yeah, I actually do have a sunburn right now. I'm going to the beach quite a bit. So anyway, thank you for being with us for this fun episode that we're going to have. I wanted to start out by talking very briefly about baby showers.
Gross.
Yeah, right. First of all, why are people even having babies right now? Have you looked around? I mean, the world is not conducive for that kind of thing.
No, I would not suggest bringing a new life into this.
But, it's people's right to do it, I guess, and
that's true. That's true.
Some people decide to exercise that right, foolish as it may be. But there's this trend lately. I don't know if you've noticed this, Greg. Have you been invited to a baby shower?
I never have. No.
Okay, well, you count yourself among the lucky then. There's this new trend. I thought they were just for women, and that may be like a boomer, view of mine.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You thought I was a boomer?
Yeah. Precisely.
You thought I have outdated views? Yeah. No, I mean that's fair. I mean it might be an outdated view, but they're not fun, and so I don't understand what happened. I don't know why all of a sudden men get invited to these things.
Yeah, that's actually what I wasn't aware of, that men were invited. I thought it was just a thing. Yeah, it's like a bachelorette party. It's for women.
Yeah. Well, and here's I brought this up to a few women. I was like, what's the deal with this? Why do I have to go? And they're like, you got to go because we got to go, and it sucks. So we all have to share in the misery now. And I'm like, well, that's not really fair. Why don't just none of us go?
Yeah, I was going to say, who do we talk to about just abolishing these things, putting an end to them?
Sure. Well, apparently the women who they're for quite enjoy them, because it's a party to celebrate them. We give them gifts, that sort of thing.
Yeah, everyone has an ego. Everyone wants to be celebrated.
Now, here's what I propose. I will get you double the value of a gift. I will double what I spend on your gift if I don't have to go.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's fair.
I would way rather, let's make a deal here, pregnant ladies.
Basically, I'll pay you to not go.
So if you're pregnant and having a party about it, reach out to us. See, let's make a deal here, folks. Greg, let's real quick switch gears here. Let's look into the Talking Schmidt mailbag.
Yes, one of my favorite segments.
Yeah, normally people email us their thoughts, concerns, questions, but we got I don't know how this person got our address, but they mailed us a letter. I have it here to Eric and Greg.
Yeah, a nice physical letter.
Yeah,
I like that.
Let's see what this is. Let's see what this person has to say. Hey guys, love the podcast.
Thank you.
From Barack Obama. My goodness. I wonder if that's the Barack Obama.
Same? Yeah,
because there was a guy who was president who had that name at one point.
I saw his about a month ago when I was down at the White House in Washington D.C. I saw his plate that he used to eat off of.
He only had one?
He had one plate in a glass case.
Seems like they could have.
They washed it up
times
every
were
day.
tough back then. Maybe they couldn't afford more than one plate for him.
Back in 2008.
He had to bring it with him on trips too. They only had one plate. Well, thank you, Barack, for sending us that lovely letter. He didn't really ask a question, so
every episode we say if you have any questions, email us. He physically emailed us without a question.
Guy doesn't get it, I guess.
Now, do you think think this is the same Barack Obama? Or,
that was president, or do you think it's a different Barack
do you think
Obama?
It could be.
I don't know how common of a name it is.
I've never met another one, but...
No, me neither. I've met a few. I did meet one other Barack, actually. Spelled it different, though. Barak.
Oh, okay.
White guy, though.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, Barack's half white. The one who was president. Yeah. So, well, we're learning a lot about history and place.
And we're glad you enjoy the show, Barack.
Yeah, thank you, Barack.
Wherever you may be.
You know, I used to, I inherited his bike that he rode around when he was living in New York City.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I sold it on like Facebook Marketplace, I think, or maybe, no, it was Craigslist.
How much you get for it?
A couple $100. It was a nice bike.
There you go.
It wasn't actually his either, but that's what I put in the description. I was like, own a piece of history.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Everybody lies on the internet.
Yeah, so people were really excited about that bike. I'm surprised I didn't get more, but you know, it is a bike, and you know, they're not. It wasn't that nice of a bike.
Well, if it ggets you from A to B.
Let's talk more about something different, Greg.
Sign me up.
Have you seen? I didn't know this was going on. I was just flipping through the channels the other day, and apparently they put that doctor. Remember Dr. Fauci from the pandemic?
Yeah, the little potato-looking guy.
Yeah, little guy. So they put him on trial, I guess, or something. They're bringing him in for like questions.
Oh, what are they charging him with?
Well, I don't think they're charging him with anything. That's the thing. I think they're just
a fun trial.
Yeah, they're just having a goof, I think. But I guess people are upset with like the way he handled things back in the pandemic days. You know, people were like, "Oh, we shouldn't have had to wear masks or do 6 feet apart or we shouldn't."
We're like, I'm mad now 3 years later.
Right? Yeah. And the one thing that these guys focus on is like, well, he just made things up. He just made things up.
Yeah, just like everyone else.
Right.
Every politician, me on the internet.
Yeah, we're all just making it up. But like that was also his job to make things up. And you could tell I could tell when I was watching the press conferences.
Yeah, he's not the best liar.
No, well, right. But also he's like clearly just, he's throwing out ideas. He's like, it was, we had no like idea what the hell anyone was supposed to do then. And, the guy's a scientist. You certainly expect better from scientists. And sure, maybe he got some things wrong. But like, I don't think anything was nefarious. I don't think he was like trying to mislead people for bad reasons. Or anything.
He wasn't trying to actively kill people like Thanos in Infinity War.
Sure. So it seems odd to bring this guy in and be like, what the hell? He's like, I don't know. Like, what the hell exactly?
Also, like statute of limitations. Like, why didn't you bring this up back?
Also, there's no law he broke that I can figure out. Like the whole thing is bizarre. Like I get it. Like I'm not a huge fan of the government or
me neither.
This is a white man podcast. We're not big on government or and corporations either. And that's who made the the shot that they give you.
Pfizer folks.
Yeah. So like I get it. I get being skeptical. I do. I was skeptical. When I went in to get the shot, I was like, this was they really sped this along. Operation Warp Speed,
Yeah, right.
So I got it. And
same. I cheated too. I can say that now. I got it way before I was supposed to be eligible to get it.
Would you know a guy?
Yeah, nice. I knew a guy who knew a guy.
You know Fauci?
No, I knew a guy in the Misfits who had an inside hookup at one of the hospitals here in New York City.
I thought the Misfits were more conservative.
Yeah, they are.
But they wanted that shot.
He had an inside source, and I got in before I was supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, but it was a scary time. Like and also people point out that if it doesn't actually prevent you from getting COVID, then it shouldn't be called a vaccine, which might be fair. I mean, I don't know the definitions of these words, and I'm too lazy to look it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also just don't care.
Right. Yeah. Well, all I knew was, and like I don't remember them claiming, and maybe I'm wrong. But I don't remember them ever claiming like, well, you definitely won't get it with the shot. If you get the shot, like. What I recall is that they were like, well, you can still get it, but it's going to be, the symptoms will be a lot better or like not as bad.
And there's a percentage. It's like, you have 80% chance of not getting it, as opposed to being unvaccinated.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, there was a lot of information flying out all at once. You know, it was a very chaotic time in the world's history. But, you know, again, I just don't think anybody did anything.
No, illegal.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when they did that congressional hearing with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
And it's like it wasn't like a trial per se. They weren't charging. They were just there to complain about how they don't like Facebook.
Which, sign me up, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I hate Facebook. But like the whole thing was just hilarious because they were just asking him questions about how Facebook works. And he's telling them and they're like, okay.
Well, did they not? Why didn't they do any research beforehand? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
The whole thing seems a little silly.
I can tell you how the platform works. Like,
first, you're going to want a profile picture. You're going to want to start with that.
You're going to write a little bio.
And then go on and complain about things all the time. And share weird AI images and really freak out your family from time to time. That's how you do Facebook. Another guy on trial, by the way. Well, even Fauci, not really on trial. But this other guy, have you heard of this guy? His name is Hunter Biden.
Oh, yes.
Apparently he's the president, Sleepy Joe Brandon. It's his, well, I guess maybe his last name is Brandon. Hunter Brandon?
Hunter Brandon. So he's not an actual like hunter-gatherer?
No, sir. Well, maybe, I mean, the charges are gun-related, so maybe that's what he was. Maybe he was trying to hunt.
Yeah.
But he bought a gun. And I guess the forms in whatever state he was buying the gun ask, "Are you on drugs?" Fair question, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's a very relevant question to.
Yeah, and I guess he wrote no, but according to like his memoir and lots of text messages, he very much was on drugs.
Just recently hit the crack pipe.
Yeah, this guy sounds fun, by the way.
I know, right?
You know, I don't want to speak out of school here, as they say, but he sounds like a cool guy. If I'm being honest, I mean, all these pictures of him, he's like partying with these hookers all the time, doing drugs, drinking.
I don't think I'd want to hang out with him while he's holding a loaded gun.
No, no, keep that gun far away.
Yeah, aside from that, like, sounds like a good time.
From the pictures I saw, most of the time he's naked, so not really anywhere for him to conceal a gun, which is good. You know, maybe that's the way to hang out with him. Is just like, all right, no pockets for you, buddy.
Yeah, no pockets allowed.
But apparently he did break the law, or actually, is that a law even really? Like lying on a gun form? I guess that would be a law.
Yeah, I think so.
But here's the thing. Here's what I don't get, Greg. Now, I'm a big Second Amendment guy. You know this.
Yeah.
And I thought much of the country was as well.
Yeah.
But the folks that seem to be attacking this Hunter Biden guy, they seem to be really wanting to enforce this specific gun law, which I'm like, hey, well, hold on. I thought we were not for this kind of thing.
They want to be able to buy the guns. They just don't want this man to have the guns.
Well, and the drugs, though.
Yeah.
But like, I thought we were libertarians in this country. I thought, guns, drugs, whole thing. You can't ask me. I know my rights. Government, stay out of here.
Yep, freedom of everything.
Yeah, I don't get it. But these guys, I guess they're pretty mad at this Hunter Biden fella. Now, listen, I don't think he should have a gun.
No,
because he seems a little...
Yeah.
Seems a little nutty. But fun nutty. So we'll have to get him on the podcast.
Once he's out of the slammer, we'll get him on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's going to a slammer. Do you think he's going to a slammer?
I don't know.
Have you been paying any attention to this?
A little bit here and there, but
do you keep the news on when you're
here? In the morning I always watch the local ABC news.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Did you see the local ABC news out in Los Angeles said that the Edmonton Oilers were playing hockey in the Stanley Cup against the Carolina Panthers. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Now,
but,
friends at home, the Carolina Panthers are in fact a football team. So that is an error on the part of the local Los Angeles ABC affiliate. Greg, you just got back from visiting your hometown, right?
I did. Just got back from Minneapolis. Went to my very good friend Andy's wedding. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, you were there for a wedding?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I got to see about 8 of my very good and funny friends.
Oh. There were only 8 people at this wedding?
Yeah, it was me and 7 others.
Well, that's great. I love a small wedding, man.
Yeah, it was great. I was laughing the entire time.
Perfect.
These are the funniest people I know.
Oh, we should have some of them on.
We should.
Maybe not all of them.
Yeah.
But just some of them.
Only one of them lives in New York.
Oh, okay. Who?
Our friend Danny.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, he was there. He flew in. Buddy Jordan from Chicago made it. My friend Will, you know Will.
I know Will. Will's a great guy.
Yeah, he flew in he lives in Thailand now.
Terrific.
And he flew all the way from Thailand. Took him like 2 days to get there, but he made it.
I don't know if I would have gone to that wedding. I think I would have stuck around in Thailand.
Yeah.
But, that sounds great, man. Was there an open bar?
There was.
Oh,
actually.
that's the most fun in the world, man. Did they have a band?
No,
they went with the DJ.
Yeah, a really good DJ who's a very funny man. He's a real estate agent also.
Oh, he's got that side hustle.
Yeah,
maybe that's the side hustle. And the DJing is the main hustle.
I think so. We had a bunch of good bits about that guy, about how we thought he was going to have visuals, like a projector, like trying to sell houses while he's like giving a PowerPoint presentation.
That's fun.
But yeah, it was
did he play Back That Ass Up?
I couldn't tell you. I spent the majority of the reception outside.
Blasting cigs?
Yeah, dog.
Nice.
Doing drugs.
Oh, shit.
No, I actually didn't do any substances, but it was right on the venue was right on the river. And there's this big, nice outdoor patio area. And so I was just hanging out there, catching up with my old friends.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Speaking of substances, one time I was going to a wedding, and it was like a friend of ours, and they were having their reception at the church that they were getting married at, which is kind of lame.
Yeah.
But it was in like an event area, so you were allowed to have alcohol in that area. And so I thought it'd be fun. I got like a giant bottle of wine. I forget what they're called.
One of those like 5-gallon.
Yeah,
massive.
just giant. I thought it'd be fun to bring that. So I was trying to bring it the day before the wedding. It was like a Friday, right? And I'm bringing it. And I'm walking it in.
It's a good bit.
Yeah, and this guy runs out and he's like, "You can't! What the hell? Get out of here! What are you doing?"
Just a comically large bottle of wine.
Yeah, this guy is like, "What the hell are you doing? Get the hell out of here! You can't do this." I'm like, well, "It's for the wedding tomorrow," and he was like, "Well, there's an AA meeting in here today," and I just look like the biggest asshole in the world.
Oops!
Come on, drunkies! I know what you want. So
it's like that Always Sunny episode when Charlie goes to AA and the old homeless guy rats him out. He's like, he was drinking a beer when he walked in here.
Yeah, it's fun.
Whoops.
How much time have we done?
We're at about 17 minutes.
Oh, well, let's just stop there.
Yeah,
we got so much more,
good.
but we'll save it for next time. We wanted to just do 15 minutes here today, and we're over already. What a glorious day.
That was very nice.
Yes, so our thanks to former President Barack Obama for writing us a letter.
The well wishes. The lack of a question.
Yeah. Write a question next time, Barack. All right. Thanks for listening. Good night, everybody. Talking Schmidt is recorded at Burmeister Studios in
Astoria, Queens.
Opening music is by Greg Burmeister. Closing music is by
Greg Burmeister.
Our intern is Jason Travis. If you like what you've heard, please like, follow, and write a review for us wherever you listen to podcasts. If you didn't like it, please keep listening to it, but keep your opinions to yourself. If you really liked it, you can find bonus episodes over on our Talking Schmidt Patreon page. Membership is just $5 per month, and it goes a long way to buy us the equipment and bourbon we need. Thanks in advance, and hope you're doing great.